What's up guys, Reese here, and today I'm going to be showing you my studio setup. Now in this video I'm going to be going over the equipment I use to film, my actual setup that you can see on camera right now, what I use to edit, record audio, light the set, etc. Pretty much everything that you can think of that you would need to run a YouTube channel. So let's get going. Now, before we get into the actual setup and everything, I want to just point out the title of this video is a little bit of a lie, as my studio is just a section of my living room that I have basically kidnapped from my parents and said, this is mine now and I'm going to be filming here. So it's not really like a studio, but it's a tiny little bit of a studio, so that's why I'm calling it that in the title. So I figured the best place to start would be with this huge backdrop behind me. This is a very recent purchase that I got from Amazon maybe like a month or two ago, and I'm definitely very happy with this purchase as it adds so much texture to my videos that I didn't previously have. If any of you remember when I used to just shoot against a plain white backdrop, which works perfectly for some people. Like I know Justine often goes for the minimalistic look, but she makes it look really good. I just couldn't make it look good for whatever reason, being whether I don't have good enough lighting at the moment, I don't know, but for her it works. For me, I think a more textured backdrop just like this one works really well, and I like how it looks. And I haven't asked any of you guys yet, but if any of you have any opinions on how this whole setup looks, then please tell me in the comments below. I really want to hear. Another good thing about this backdrop is on camera, for the most part, it actually does look like real wood, whereas if you're looking at it in real life and you get close to it, you can kind of see that it's just not real wood. But on camera, it tricks people pretty well, so yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with it. Then just in front of it, I've got this table right here. Now, I've had this table for maybe like 3 years at this point, something like that. It's basically just a boring black wooden IKEA table. There's nothing special about it, but it gets the job done. It's starting to chip now. I don't know if on camera you probably can't see. No, I'm looking at the viewfinder I've got there. You can't see really, but along like some bits here, the table's like this long, but you can see to like maybe you can see a third of it on camera, and like more towards the edge of it there's a lot of chips. Oh, there's one here. Can you see that on camera? Oh, there you go. You can see that tiny little bit there near my finger. But yeah, it's a basic table. It gets the job done. Now moving on to the actually interesting part of this video, the tech that I use. To shoot my actual videos, I use the Sony a7 III, which is what I am recording with right now. I'm pointing at my Sony a7 III. I obviously can't show you right now, but there'll probably be B-roll on the screen of it. This camera is absolutely insane. It shoots 4K at 24 frames per second, which is perfect for me. And yes, I will die on the hill that 24 frames per second is the correct frame rate. I don't care what Marques Brownlee says about his 30 frames per second. That works for him. I like how 24 looks. I'm sticking with 24. Anyways, it also can shoot 1080p at 120 frames per second, which is good if I wanted to ever get some little slow motion shots, which I've also found upscale very well in Topaz Gigapixel, if any of you have ever used that or heard of it. So yeah, I am very, very pleased with this camera. I actually upgraded from a Nikon D5200, which shoots 1080p at 30 frames per second, I believe, which is a huge jump for me. I'll show you a comparison on the screen of like old Nikon footage, and then obviously you can see now how much better it looks. So yeah, it was definitely a very good upgrade for me. Now, as far as audio, I used to use the Rode Go mic to record a lot of my videos, but I've gone through like 3 of these things now. I didn't ever do anything to like specifically damage. I didn't drop it, I didn't sit on it, I didn't put anything down on it. They literally just stopped working. So at the moment, I don't really have a specific microphone, but right here, just out of frame, I have my iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I use to record audio at the moment, which isn't the best for recording audio, but it's better than the audio straight out of the camera. Like, I'll cut to it now. So if I was recording out of the camera, it would sound like this. And as you can tell, it's not as good as the iPhone, so I'm gonna keep using my iPhone for now. Holding the camera is an Amazon's basic tripod. I've had this thing for like 5 years now maybe, and it gets the job done. I honestly want to upgrade to a more professional tripod, but I'm going to be completely honest, I really don't know much about tripods, so if anyone has any suggestions in the comments, please let me know, because I am dying to get a new tripod. I just don't want to buy a bad one to then immediately regret it. So yeah, please let me know. To light my videos, I have 2 studio lights that I've had for maybe 6 years now. I got them off of eBay for £30, which is actually insane to think about, that I've used these lights for 6 years and they've never failed me, and they were 30 quid. and they're really not that bad. I don't have them set up in the best way right now because I'm still moving a lot of stuff around, like off screen in the setup. Everything you see on screen right now will always look exactly the same. But as far as like camera positions, like I've got a monitor here where that's going to be and where these lights are going to be, that's all still stuff I'm moving around. So I probably will set these up in a better way eventually, but for now I literally just have them both on the diagonals of me, and it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, just to the left of me here, I have a smaller desk, which I have a 27-inch monitor on, which is connected to my camera currently, and I use that sort of as like a viewfinder to see, like when I'm sat here, I can just look over and be like, yep, I'm in focus, everything looks great. It's not the best because it can be a little bit distracting. Like I'll sometimes find myself in videos just doing this every now and then, which I do try my best to not do because I know it can be distracting for you as the viewer. But yeah, I'm not much else I can say about that other than it serves its purpose. Another little thing I have in here is this shelving unit, which I use to house green screens, black screens, camera equipment, little bits of lighting stuff. Honestly, it's all the boring parts of the studio which keep everything moving along, but you'll never see on camera or really hear me ever talking about. It's just stuff I have to, but yeah, basically keep everything moving. One really great piece of equipment that I've got to make some of my videos is the DJI Ronin SC. Now, for some of you who may not know what this is, it is a motorized camera stabilizer, which I got just over a year ago, and it is honestly one of the best things I've ever purchased. I do a lot of like montage-y style videos, and I'm trying to get into more like making more music videos. So having that like extra stabilization in those videos goes so far, it makes everything look so much more professional. So yeah, if you're trying to get into filmmaking, I would highly recommend buying some sort of like gimbal, just so you can have more steady looking footage and making everything look so much more professional. When it comes to editing my videos, I'm currently using a 15-inch 2017 MacBook Pro with a 2.9 GHz quad-core i7, 16 GB of RAM, a 1 TB SSD, and the Radeon Pro 560 with 4 GB of VRAM. Up until about a year or so, or whenever I got the Sony a7 III, this computer was completely fine for everything I needed to do in regards to video and picture editing, because up until that point I was only shooting in 1080p, but now I've started to shoot everything in 4K, it has started to slow down a hell of a lot. On top of the fact I'm trying to edit multiple streams of 4K at once, I've also recently, I say recently, it was about a year ago now, bought a 4K monitor to go with it. So not only is my MacBook now trying to output to a 4K monitor, but it's then trying to play multiple streams of 4K back at once, and it just can't keep up with it anymore. Now, that being said, I have recently ordered a Mac Studio with the M1 Ultra chip, which should be delivered any day now. They gave my delivery estimate the 18th to the 25th of October, so I'm hoping, I've been waiting like well over a month for it now, so I'm hoping pretty soon that'll come, and that's part of the reason I'm not going to show you like my desk setup yet, because I mean, I'm going to wait until I have the Mac Studio and have all that set up so I can show you properly what my desk setup would look like. And I am, of course, going to be doing an unboxing of the Mac Studio when I get it. I'm genuinely so excited. For the last month, I've been like non-stop watching unboxings of it. So hopefully that will... It's definitely very, very overkill for what I need. I think they advertised it could have like 18 streams of 8K ProRAW, and I only shoot in 4K, so it will definitely be way overkill for what I need, but I prefer to have like massive overkill than what I'm working with. I've got my MacBook right here. That's why I keep looking off a little bit. I'd prefer massive overkill to have what I have now being not powerful enough. So yeah, that is it for this video. If anyone has any questions about any of the equipment I've shown here, or if there's anything you think I might have missed, then please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Everything I've spoken about in this video, I should have linked in the description if the product is still being sold. Like I know the MacBook that I have, Apple don't sell 2017 MacBooks anymore. So stuff like that I might not be able to find the links for, but I will do my best for the most part. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to smash that like button, press subscribe, and also click the little bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload, and leave a comment down below. So yeah, see you later. Bye.